a very good day to you and welcome to the program. I want to speak to you about a miracle working God. That's one of the reasons why I love Jesus so much. Folks, I have seen miracles. Not one, not two, many miracles, especially when I was actively farming on this very farm. I have seen miracles. I've seen the weather changing through prayer, saying, Lord, please, if you don't help us, we sunk here. And he's done it, not once. He's done it time and time again. A miracle working God. You know that some people, and it saddened me when I heard this, I couldn't actually believe it. As a new Christian, they said there are certain denominations that will tell you that there are no more miracles, that the miracles ended with the apostles. When the apostles died in the Bible, that was the end of the miracles. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Because Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 8. Let us go to the Gospel of Mark chapter 11, and I'm reading two verses, starting in verse 2. Mark chapter 11 and verse 2. And then Jesus said, go into the village opposite you, and as soon as you have entered it, you will find a colt on which no one has sat. Loose it and bring it. And if anyone says to you, why are you doing this? Say, the Lord has need of it, and immediately he will send it here. Now I looked up the Latin word for the name miracle. And what it means is an object of wonder. Isn't that beautiful? A miracle is an object of wonder. Now, I don't know how many of you that are watching this program at the moment can ride a horse. Well, if you can't, I'm going to give you a little lesson, okay? A colt, by the way, is a stallion. It's a young stallion. And a male donkey will be called a jack, okay? So a stallion has got a lot more aggression in him normally than a mare, a female. So this was a young male donkey that has never ever been ridden by anybody. That was the first miracle, bring it here. And the second one was, these were strangers, these disciples. They went into somebody's house and said, we want that colt. And the guy said, okay, you can take it. Why? Because Jesus, the miracle worker, said, go to that town and you'll find a colt tied up in the street. Miracle after. How did Jesus know the colt was tied up there? Because he's God, that's why. And you and I need to simplify our faith. There's too many people watching this very program are always arguing and trying to disprove this book. It actually makes me angry. Why don't you just start believing it for a change? Because if you don't believe it, you'll never see a miracle. Like the old lady driving down the street. I love those stories. This old granny driving down the street, you can see her peering over her glasses. It's shopping day and it's busy and she's concerned. And she says, Jesus, I'm a little bit nervous here today. Please find me a parking place. And at that moment, somebody just pulls out of a parking place and in she drives. And you say, oh, that was just a coincidence. No, sir, it's a God incidence. Now, when you see the Red Sea parting, whoa, that's a big miracle. It really is. By the way, it's not a lake, it's a sea. It opened. And you can see that if you look at Exodus chapter 14, verse 21. Well, I want to tell you, don't try and ride a horse that's never been broken, because it'll buck you off. And don't try and take that horse or that donkey into a crowd that are clamoring to touch Jesus, and that little donkey never made a mistake. That, sir, is a miracle. God bless you and goodbye.